Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
for football in the World Cup semifinals,
Yeah,
there's going to be a
that's
lot of questions.
yeah, first time in the all history Brazilian history football. Never happened anything similar with this.
I know.
It was terrible.
Yes, and to make matters worse, but also aid in the learning process, today's article is going to be about
Oh,
football
really?
and today's game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to. The article's actually written prior to the game. It's going to talk about um, Germany to play Brazil Tuesday night in the semifinal, and what must happen, and about criticism of Germany. So this will be an interesting article, considering today's game. Now, is the final score 7-1?
Yeah. In the end of the game, Brazil marked one.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what? You didn't think they would get this far. Remember, we were talking a little while ago. You said, "I don't think this is a good team." So, at least Brazil made it this far.
Yeah. Simon final.
Yeah. Well, let's see who else has joined us here. Juan Carlos.
Hello.
Hi, Juan Carlos.
Hello,
How are
Simon.
you?
How are you?
I'm okay. I had a disappointing game to watch today.
Yes, it was
I don't mind
very.
the Germans. I think they make great cars and is a wonderful country, but I was kind of hoping for Brazil this time.
Mm, me too.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, we're going to talk a bit more about that today with today's article. I'm just getting it together. Let's see who else joined us. Ihan.
Hi, Simon.
Hi. Remind me how to say your name again, please.
Okay, this is my first class, by the way.
Oh,
Nihan, with
oh,
H
so
sound. Nihan. Yes,
Nihan.
yes.
Where are you from?
From Turkey.
Okay, well, at least I said your name correctly.
Yes, that was pretty good.
So, from Turkey, so do you follow football at all?
No, not at all.
That's probably a good thing. We had a very rough game to watch on TV today.
I don't like soccer. I also don't like watching TV.
Really, I love TV.
No, I don't like. I don't have a cable that I use, but I love watching movies. I'm a really big movie fan.
Well, see that I watch movies on TV, so when I watch TV, I watch movies, I watch
It's too late.
documentaries.
It's too late. There's always on theaters, on DVDs, and at the last stage it was on TV, and it's too late for me.
I understand. Well, welcome to my class. We'll get started
Thank you,
shortly.
Simon.
I'm just introducing myself to the students. And Hyde, you're next. How are you, Hyde? Thank you, honey.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Now, Hyde, do you know what important sports game was on today?
Yeah. Is it
And-
already finished or not? I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. There was some noise there.
Germany versus Brazil.
Yeah, Germany played Brazil, and we all know that Brazil won, right?
Oh, really?
No, not really.
I don't know.
No. Well, Juan Carlos, could you tell us what happened in the game?
I'm Germany aside because
Well,
my sister
I
lives
think you'd
there.
be happy with the result. Juan Carlos, how did the
Yeah.
game play?
What happened in the game? I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't
know.
know too much about football,
All right,
but
Luis, what happened in the game?
Yeah, unfortunately, my team lose the game in the shame way. the score was 7-1. For Germany.
Yeah. So it's rough, very rough game. What we're going to do today, as we normally do in academic English, we're going to take turns reading from a story. This story is related to the World Cup. As you're reading, I want you to pay attention to the words. Sorry, not the words. I want you to pay attention to the meaning of the story. The focus of this class is not on pronunciation, although I will help you with pronunciation. It's focus on understanding what the story is about. We'll spend half the class reading the story together. Then we'll take the rest of the class to talk about it, have a discussion. You get to practice your reading, your writing, pronunciation, speaking, and comprehension skills. So what I've done, as I normally do, is I open up Google Drive so we can share the same article. We can see the comments that we each write, and you can see the words that I highlight. Okay? So if you guys want to go into Google Drive, please. And in Google Drive, click on Hangout Notes. Okay? So go into Google Drive and click on Hangout Notes. I can see that Hyde's in there. Luis is in there. So if everybody else, you can go into Google Drive and click on Hangout Notes. Google Drive is on the left side of the screen. Mihan, why do you keep blocking Juan Carlos?
Because I hear a lot of
happened?
noise,
I don't know what
and
is
it's really
happening
annoying
with-
because I'm
Just a
using.
minute, please.
Nihan.
Juan Carlos, just a
I'm-
minute. Go ahead, Nihan. Why do you keep blocking him?
I hear a lot of background noise, and I muted him twice. Then my headphones is really strong, and I hear a lot of noise coming from one, and I blocked him because I muted him. I wrote to him on chat box, but he
I don't see
say
anything in the
it's not
chat
me.
box.
Hmm.
Now, quite often when I hear a lot of background noise, I do make mention of it, and I will mute people. But I'm not hearing a lot of background noise or really much of anything from Juan Carlos.
Yes, I'm
But I
alone
hear
here,
because
but
I'm using
I don't
really
know what
strong
happened with
headphones,
her.
and when I muted him, the noise just cut off.
Well, what I might do is, because I don't want to block him, I'm not hearing a lot of noise, not enough to create a disturbance. If you have really sensitive headphones, maybe adjust your sensitivity a little bit.
I'm quite sensitive about sound, but I didn't hear any noise from him.
Yeah.
But
So,
a
I mean, if you want
background,
to...
sorry, a background noise because everybody was just muted, including me, and I heard that noise again, and it's not coming from you, Simon.
Mhm.
So I blocked him. It's not permanent. It's for the class. It's not personal, of course, no offense, but I did that kind of things on the classes
But
for more
before
than 2 years.
Well, it does affect you because what happens is when Juan Carlos is reading, you won't be able to hear what he's saying.
said it.
I know the rules because I'm not new here. You
Not
know.
only not, you
Okay.
should have said also before blocking.
Pardon me, Heath?
Before you should have said to the person.
But I have said to him, I muted twice.
You didn't say anything. Yeah,
I warned him on the chat box, and he said it's not me, but I keep hearing that noise. That's because I blocked him.
So before
Well,
that,
I don't know what to say. None of us are hearing it, but let's move forward because you blocked him. We can't change that. Yeah, let's move forward. So, Hyde, I'm going to have you start. So if you want to read the first, or read the title as well as the 5 bullet points there, please. Hyde, you're on mute.
who? Me?
Yes, you. You're the only Hyde here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jojin. and Georgian Low must finally deliver the World Cup for Germany if he is to keep his job. Germany played Brazil on Tuesday night in the World Cup semi-final. Georgian Low's side criticized in Germany for lack of style in their football. Mertesacker hit out and journalists who criticized Germany. Low has been manager since 2006 and always encouraged attacking football. Low unlikely to keep his job if Germany don't win a World Cup.
Okay, let me hear you say style.
A style. I'm sorry.
Thank you. All right, good. Now I see that Juan Carlos is back. I just not used to seeing you with video, Juan Carlos. Could you read the next paragraph, please?
I have a question.
I had some problem with Google Drive. What is the article?
May I have
It's
a
the only
question?
one there, Juan Carlos. So if you click on Hangout Notes, you'll see the article.
May I have a question?
Just a minute, Hyde. I'll give you your question. Just want to make sure, Juan Carlos. So go to Google Drive, click on Hangout Notes, and you'll see the article. Hyde, your question.
If Germany don't, is it okay?
If Germany doesn't what? Doesn't win what? I don't understand your question.
Mm-hmm.
What's your question, Hyde?
And only I'm asking, Germany don't win, is it okay? I think it doesn't.
I think if Germany doesn't win, it's great for the other team. However, in contrast to the story, if he doesn't win, then it's probably a bad thing.
About the last sentence, if Germany don't win the World Cup, I think it should be doesn't win the World Cup.
Well, that's right. So today's game doesn't matter. This article is saying that if Germany doesn't win, Low isn't going to keep his job. Okay, it's about probability here. All right, Juan Carlos, are you in the article?
No, not yet. I don't know what happened with my Google Drive because I pick on the symbol, but there is nothing.
Okay, read in the group chat for now, and then you can try and work on it while the other students are speaking.
Okay. How about Mertesacker?
Continue.
Peter Mertesacker was irritated after the victory over Algeria. His post-match rant at a TV reporter has since gone viral. At one point, the Arsenal defender told his victim, "I don't know what you want from me."
Thank you. Victim.
You're welcome.
Victim.
Excuse me?
Victim.
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 Victim. Okay.
Vic.
Victim.
Tim.
Victim.
Victim. Good.
Victim.
Viral.
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 Victory.
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 Thank you. Much better. Luis, next paragraph, please.
The comment summed up Germany's World Cup. Before this tournament, all the talk was of results and results alone. It was all very well playing, lovely, revolutionary football, people said, but where were the trophies? Where was the German efficiency of yesteryear?
Excellent. I want you to repeat this sentence for me. Where was the German efficiency of yesteryear?
Where were the German efficiency of yesteryear?
Yeah, and what want you to start focusing on a little bit, as your pronunciation is getting better, is flow. So, for example, if I read the sentence this way, where was the German efficiency of yesteryear? It flows better. Let's try that.
Where was the German efficiency of yesteryear?
Better. Good, good. All right, well, the one word I heard is summed.
Summed.
Good, well done. All right, next paragraph, please. Asama.
Now, Low's team have rediscovered that efficiency. People are asking where the beautiful football has gone. No wonder Mertesacker was confused when he asked, would you rather we played nicely and got knocked out?
Thank you. Now, I don't know this guy's name, but it's German, so I'd probably pronounce it quite literally. Mertesacker. It's just a guess, but it's German, so usually you pronounce every syllable. Mertesacker.
Mertesacker.
Okay, so this sentence, I want to read it to you, and then I want you to read it back to me. Would you rather we played nicely and got knocked out? Could you please read that sentence?
Means to lost?
No, if you could just repeat the sentence that I just read out loud.
Would you rather we played nicely and got knocked out?
Knocked.
Knocked out.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you. All right, Hyde, if you could read the next paragraph, but while you're reading that,
Okay.
Gilberto, if you could please go into Google Drive and click on Hangout Notes. Go ahead, Hyde.
Okay. Hi.
Germany have suddenly failed to make viewers gasp in Brazil as they did in South Africa. Gone are the breathtaking counter-attacks and the endless goals, replaced by a more possession-based game which Law has honed over the last few years.
Thank you. Honed.
Honed.
Endless.
Endless.
Replaced.
Replaced.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to do the same for you because again you're more of an advanced speaker and I want to get you focusing on a bit on flow now. So I'm going to read the first sentence and then I'll have you repeat. Germany have certainly failed to make viewers gasp in Brazil as they did in South Africa.
Germany have certainly failed to make viewers gasp in Brazil as they did in South Africa.
Yeah, Germany has
certainly failed to make viewers gasp in Brazil as they did in South Africa.
Excellent. All right, Juan Carlos, next paragraph, please.
Next paragraph is about Germany has certainly failed. Is that?
The next one.
Next one? Well, okay. With the exception of Portugal, Germany are no longer destroying things like they did 4 years ago. Over the last few weeks, there has been many wistful newspapers columns longing for the Euro football of 2010.
All right, thank you. Now I can't remember where I got this article from, but they're having problem with their grammar. Germany is no longer, that's not your mistake. Exception.
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 Eggs. Say eggs. Eggs.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Eggs.
Eggs. Eggs.
E-G-G-S. What chickens lay? Eggs.
Eggs.
Eggs. Okay, good. Eggs. Exception.
Exception.
Better. Exception.
Exception.
Exception. Shun.
Exception.
Not shion. Sion, not sion, because in English we'd say exception.
Exception.
Better. Exception.
Exception.
You know, you're still pronouncing it with a bit more of a Spanish accent, but you know, it's not a pronunciation class. I just want to help you there, but it's something you might want to focus on. So, shun, kind of like S-H-U-N, shun.
Shun.
Exception.
Exception.
Good. Well done. Right, Luis, next paragraph, please.
So sorry, Sam. Many blame Lostatkis, saying he's too obsessed with innovation, too rigid in his quest for modern football. There are other reasons, though. In 2010, teams still believed they could outplay Germany. They were punished for that belief. Now opponents defend. Germany are forced to scrap to be ruthless and efficient. Spain suffered the same issue in 2010, winning many games 1-0, but ultimately claimed the title.
Okay, once again we have subject-verb agreement. Germany is forced.
Yeah.
Okay, now again, not your fault. You're just reading. Punished.
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 Modern.
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 Tactics.
Tactics.
All right, well done. Asama, if you could read the next paragraph, please.
Nonetheless, the trend is to blame Lowe. Most say he has no plan B, while also complaining that he's constantly coming up with a new idea.
Perdón.
Whether he plays Philip Lamb at right back or in middle field, he is criticized for it. If his team plays nice football, people want efficiency. If they play efficiently, people want nice football. He is stuck.
Efficiently.
Efficiently.
Excellent. Criticized.
Criticized.
Crit.
Crit.
Is.
Crit.
Criticized.
Criticized.
Criticized. Excellent. Trend.
Trend. Trend.
Yeah, with a D, the voiced D sound. Trend.
Trend.
Nonetheless.
Nonetheless.
Excellent. Well done. All right. Gilberto, if you could read the next paragraph, please. I muted you because there was some background noise, but there you go.
Okay. But if he wins the World Cup, all will be forgiven. The trophy.
No, I was
Only that.
No, I was just kidding. I thought you were just going to read that paragraph, and I said, "Thank you. Please read the next one." But you already started to do it. Go ahead.
Okay. The trophy itself is all that matters this summer. Wolfgang Nieschbach, head of the German FA, told the Tagesspiegel on Tuesday that Germany's place is in the FIFA ranking was proof enough of their success in recent years. He is the only one who believes that now.
Okay, that.
that,
that.
that,
Okay, so you're not saying that, you're saying dat.
okay,
Okay? So in English, the TH has its own sound. I'm not smiling. Bring your teeth together.
yes,
Put your tongue in between to block the air. Now, if I try to push air through right now, this is what you're going to hear. It's hard.
okay,
It's not easy. That's not how we create the TH sound. It's when we relax our tongue gets out of the way, we get. Okay. It may not seem natural. It shouldn't, because you're not used to it. It's not part of your language. If it seems like you're doing it right, then you're not. So it will be awkward. It's a violent sound. Okay. But you
okay.
need it for a lot of words. So let's try that.
That,
Better. That.
that,
Excellent. This.
this,
Better. This.
this,
Excellent. Now, what I want you to do, Gilberto, since you
yes,
know how to do, I want you to practice that about 2 or 3 times a day. There's plenty of TH words. This, these, those, that, there. And the more you do it, the better you'll get, and the more natural you'll get. Trust me, do that, and you'll sound a lot more like a native English speaker.
okay, I'll try to do that.
Thank you. All right, Hyde, next paragraph, please.
Lu has now had 3 shots at winning a major tournament, all of them unsuccessful. This is probably his last chance. At every round of this tournament, fans and media alike have been speculating that he might leave an inconvenience. He always used to be scared.
Next paragraph, please. Juan Carlos.
The German FA may declare their full faith in law, but if Germany does fail this time, having played as they have, it will be fatal for his reputation. This time he will have failed to win and failed to entertain.
All right, again, bad subject-verb agreement here. If Germany does fail this time,
Does. Okay.
not your fault, you're just reading what is in the article. Okay, this.
This.
There you go, this,
This.
right? Always teeth together, your tongue's blocking, this. You don't need a crazy smile like this. I'm overemphasizing so you can see this. This is how my teeth would normally be. This.
This.
This. For me, my tongue isn't right out like this. It's just barely touching. Watch. I'll zoom in so you can see. This. This. See, it just momentarily blocks the air.
This.
This.
It's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard for
it is. But that's what I'm saying. If you practice this a couple of times a day, like I said to Gilberto, practice 3 times a day. After a couple of weeks, you're going to be much better at it. I don't expect you to do it right away because it's not part of your language.
Yes, that's right.
It's like the first time you go to a gym, you're sore for a few weeks. Same thing with your mouth. You've got to exercise your muscles in a different way. Right, Luis, next paragraph, please.
As for the next hurdle on the way to glory, Germany know that Brazil is the biggest challenge yet. They are not letting Neymar's injury allow them to be complacent.
Wow, I don't think you could have finished with a better sentence there, Luis. Read that paragraph again, please.
As for the next hurdle on the way to glory, Germany know that Brazil is the biggest challenge yet.
Yeah. And of course, today,
Not yet. Not yet.
today, Germany played Brazil. That game is over. So thank you guys for reading. We're going to have a discussion now. Law, welcome to class from China. Hello, sir.
Yes, I've just come back to home. I went to watch the game. Yeah, it's so
Well,
exciting. Yeah.
This is perfect, Law, because that's all we're going to talk about this class, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Give us a couple of minutes because we're going to talk about what the story is about, and then it'll tie directly into the game, and I'll have you tell us the results of the game and what you thought of the game. So at the bottom of the article, guys, in Google Drive and the Hangout notes, it says, what is this story about? I want you guys to each write something about what you heard. What is this story about? What is the main message here? And then I'll pick on each one of you to tell me a bit about what you wrote and what you heard in the story. And don't worry, we can all write at the same time. So I see Juan Carlos writing. Good job. Come on, Luis. Hyde. Gilberto. Asma.
Hi.
Hi. Okay.
Well, I cannot write because I stayed up for 30 hours probably. So,
That's okay.
Yeah, I didn't sleep. Yeah.
You're going to get to do a lot of talking shortly here because, well, you've seen the game. And Ahmed has joined us too. So if you want, Law, just go ahead into Google Drive and you can watch what others are typing. Luis, you're typing a lot there. You're typing like a racehorse. You care to share with us what you're typing?
Yes, the the article is saying that the German effort to win the next step on the World Cup, which means the next game.
Mm-hmm.
So the writer remembered what happened in the yesteryear about the German efficiency and what happened in the last games, and comparing how the German is playing in this World Cup.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, and I see Hyde, who's got a sentence just below you, has picked up on another thought too. Hyde, you want to share with us what you're writing? Hyde, do you want to share with us what you're writing? Hello, Hyde.
I'm sorry, I'm mute. Since Law became the manager of German team, German people had criticized his style under for 3 or 4 years ago, because his style is much different from compared to before original German style. For them, it's not beautiful. So,
well, let me ask Luis a question, Hyde, and then I'll get back to you. Luis, do you care about being beautiful on the field, or would you rather be a winner?
Talk about World Cup is thinking about the level of the teams around the world. I rather to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's nowadays it's hard to make good things with the ball.
I agree. There's a lot of good players. So Hyde, yeah, I mean, I think the same. I would rather win than worry about how artful I look on the field. What do you think?
Yeah, then once the team won in the tournament, gradually the German people supported his way.
Okay, good. Thank you. Juan Carlos, you're writing a lot there as well. Care to share with us what you're writing?
Excuse me?
Care to share with us what you're writing, please?
Okay. It is about Germany team. It's wise to play. They say Germany is not playing like in 2010 when they were a hurricane, and they criticize the manager, Low, because he has not been efficient. They also say this is his last chance.
Thank you. Efficient.
Efficient.
Yeah, so you're right, guys. This sums up the article. It's all about this new German manager and the criticism. So, Law, you just finished watching the game. How would you say the Germans played?
It was so good. It's dramatically the results. It's unbelievable. I just can't see.
To me, I would almost say it was a very German way of playing.
Sorry?
I would almost say it's a very German way of playing.
Yeah, Germany playing as their coach's plan. They have a different plan. So, and the Germany this turns Germany is a mature Germany team. So maturity, maybe, I don't know how to say.
Maturity, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, maturity. So some of them has 3 or 4 times to go to the World Cup. So they have enough experiences. So yeah, but also it's unbelievable. 7-2, 7-1. I mean.
Yeah, I know it's incredible. Asma, what do you think?
I'm not I'm not interested by the football, but I think for you asking teacher for the match of today, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they played the Germany team played very well because the score it's 7. So I think the tactic and the plan very well, and that's why they defeat the Brazil.
Yeah, they defeated Brazil. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Ahmed, I know you've joined us late, but when you think of the German nation or the German people, what do you think? What characteristics do you think of Germany? What are their strong points? So when you think of Germany, what are the positive things you think about them as a culture, as a country, and what they're able to do?
Okay, they are good at engineering and they are stubborn.
Stubborn. So stubborn has a bit of a negative connotation. What's a positive way of saying stubborn?
Sorry, determined.
Yeah, determined. Right?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so again, here's a subtlety of English. We've got stubborn and we've got determined. Stubborn is seen as bad. It has a negative connotation. Stubborn. But determined is seen as positive. Determined meaning not giving up, persevering. In a football game, persevering is good. Being determined is good. Ahmed also said good at engineering. Engineering is like planning. When you're planning a football game, you're thinking strategically. You come up with a plan. You're trying to engineer a victory. And after watching this game, you only had to watch the first half to see that Germany was able to execute on their plan. It was almost simple. how many of us have watched a football game at this level? You can sit there an entire hour before there's a score. There's a lot of action, but very few goals. Germany seemed to execute all too easily. That's my thoughts. What do you think, Hyde?
I'm writing for it.
Okay. And that's good. I'll tell you what, I'll get back to you when you finish writing. Let me give Gilberto a chance to speak.
I think that the Brazilian coach, made some big mistake. First of all, only has outside coach. We can give our thoughts about that. He has no a big team on the bank. I don't know how to say.
He does not have a deep team, or he does not have a deep bench.
Yes, a deep bench. So he lost two big players. The good one who is the captain of the team, and Neymar. I think when you don't have a backup and you lost two big players, all the team crash. And I think we saw that.
Okay, good point. So they lost two players, but the last game they won. It wasn't like this. Is it because they lost players? What happened to Brazil today? This is not like Canada, a country that doesn't have a long history of doing very well in the World Cup. This is a very mature country that has a deep pool of talent to pull from.
Yes.
What went wrong here, guys? Is it just as Gilberto said, losing of players? Who would like to volunteer their thoughts here?
I think Brazil in this World Cup have had a weak team because the former games were not bad or regular, not very good because they had very or they had some problems to win to Mexico and another team I don't remember, and I saw the last game before this with German. It was with Colombia, and they didn't deserve to win because they don't have in this World Cup they haven't a big team.
So we're coming back, Juan Carlos. Sorry for interrupting. What I'm hearing again is this consistent theme from you is that their bench wasn't very deep. This was not a team with a lot of really good players. This was a team that suffered from injuries. They didn't have a huge depth in the bench, right? And they were lucky to win, and then when they had enough players absent, they weren't able to come together as a team.
Yes.
Yes, more or less. But in the today's game, I seen German was very lucky because in 3 minutes they got 3 or 4 goals.
Okay.
They were extremely lucky.
All right, Luis. I remember when we talked about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I said, "What do you think your chances are this year?" And if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, you said, "I don't think they're gonna go all the way this year." You didn't say those exact words, but you weren't completely confident. Why was that? Why were you not as confident about this team as you were the previous team?
Yeah, first of all, I'm not expertise in football. I don't like football, but watching these last games in Brazil, the Brazilian games, the Brazilian teams, comparing with the other teams in the past, we don't see the same features, the same knowledgement about football in this team. And besides that, we see another teams very strong, very good, playing in this World Cup. But I told you that I wish in this World Cup a country from Latin America win this World Cup. And now the only hope is Argentina. It's a funny choice, but it's Argentina.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I've supported Brazil because, as I've taught here for several years, I've come to consider many of my friends here from Brazil, and so my support goes to Brazil. But with Brazil knocked out, I now tend to look to Germany because there's a bit of a history from my part of the world where, you know, the relationship with Germany, while I'm not German, I come from English descent, which there's a bit of a rivalry with Germany, but I admire what the Germans have done, how they've, as Ahmed would say, engineered a winning team.
Yes, they deserve to win the World Cup.
Yeah,
For
they
me,
do.
It's the best team this year, this
Yeah.
World Cup.
And I think any questions about Lowe should be put to rest because, to me, he has succeeded, at least this far. Asma, were you saying something?
I think, teacher, that Brazil have a psychology problem. Yeah, the team have a psychology problem, and it shows that cannot replace Neymar. So it's not a strong team.
Yeah, that seems to be the consistent message that we're hearing here. It's not a very strong team this year. They don't have a lot of. They're not a very strong team.
Yeah, all the team depends for one player or two player. It's not strong. I think, for example, Costa Rica or it's more better than Brazil.
And here's an interesting thing. Don't you think that? Well, Spain was stronger than Brazil, but Spain didn't make it past 2 games.
Yeah, okay, it's the historic, but now actually Germany beats Brazil, and it's a disaster. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, disaster for some.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Law. Tell us more about your thoughts of the game. Describe what you thought and why.
Well, when I watched the game with my friend, we had some problems with our connection because we watched the satellite. But when the signal came back, I mean, the score had been 4-0. So I cannot imagine, because when the signal went out, just 2-0. So it's so dramatically. So
it was like watching a train wreck. It happened so quickly that you were in disbelief.
Yeah.
This was the World Cup semifinals. Interesting that you said you were watching with your friend. In the last Olympics, I watched the gold medal game between Canada and the United States, and of course we all know the best country won. But a change of the times, maybe, I watched over the internet. Now, I didn't download illegally. I watched it from the CBC, which is one of our national TV stations. But for the first time ever, I watched a live sporting event over the internet. And it was the same today. I watched this World Cup event on the same sports news network, CBC, and I watched it live in high def. How many of you here watch your sports on a computer now instead of on TV?
I know because I watched the program with satellite TV. I know. I know.
Okay, satellite. Right, Ahmed. Ahmed, you're being quiet, sir.
Yes, sorry. Well, okay. For me, I watch at my friend's home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has. I don't know what you call this. Something to do with sports channels. He always interested in football and sports, and he is willing to pay. You know, so I go there.
And you watched today's game?
No, seriously, today no, I didn't.
Oh.
I just checked the scores before I joined the class. I was shocked.
One goal was scored, and then I went into the kitchen quickly to just
grab a
very simple. Yeah, all of a sudden 2 more goals. As Law said, before long it was 4-0. And then I sat back down. I go, wait a minute, how did it get to be 5-0? It was, yeah, it was unbelievable. When I was a young wee lad many years ago, in a sport called baseball.
You are still young, teacher.
There's a team called the Blue Jays. Stop. And they're a baseball team, a local team, but I was in the U.S. at the time. So the Blue Jays had made it to the World Series, which is not about the world, it's just U.S. and Canada, mostly U.S. And it was a strange series. So we were up 3-0. Then I think we went up to like 4 or 5-0. And then the other team came back to be like 8-5. I left. I went for a drive. I was so mad to have such a huge commanding lead and to lose. Well, in the last minutes of the game, we came back. And I think the final score was something like 15-9 or 15-14. It was unbelievable. It's not what you expect. So yes. If you are fortunate enough to watch some of these rare games where the emotion is high, where the skill is amazing, or just things go strange, these are the games that people will always talk about. I'm being quiet because I was waiting to see if anybody would just jump in and start speaking.
Well, okay, so far, it is, today's match was very interesting. Yeah. We still have 3 matches, okay? We don't know what will happen.
What's the next match?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow, and who's playing tomorrow? Is it Netherlands and Argentina?
Argentina.
Ooh.
Yes.
Guys, could we actually have an all-European World Cup?
Maybe.
That would be really bad for ratings, wouldn't it? You right now you got to be thinking all the major networks in South America that have bought rights to broadcast are thinking, no, we don't want to have an all-European World Cup, right?
Okay.
But maybe Brazilian.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying maybe Brasilia would prefer a European country win the World Cup.
Well, they could always say, hey, look, we made it this far. No other European country made it further, but then somebody might just say, yeah, but you lost 7-1.
But never Argentina.
Well, you know, I don't know much about Argentina. I know the Netherlands have been playing very well. Obviously, Argentina has played well, or they wouldn't have got this far. But then again, see, let's take a look here, guys. Spain, weren't they a favorite entering the World Cup?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't you guys think there's a pretty good chance that Spain could win it?
No.
No? Well, you were right, but did anybody expect that they would not win a single game? Did anybody expect that Spain would be booted out after 2 games?
No.
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 Nobody.
Nobody expected that Brazil would lose 7-1 in any game.
I didn't expect that England will leave.
Okay, stop teasing England, okay? We know they're not very good. They
Sorry.
never have.
This is the football.
We try. But look, one thing about England is we make really good fish and chips.
And they speak posh.
There you go. So, yeah, it's a strange World Cup.
Yeah, it was.
So, it's not over yet. I really advise those of you that enjoy good sports matches, settle in to watch the remaining few games. Who knows what might happen? You guys are so quiet today.
I think why is the World Cup so interesting, because the results is predictable. So yeah.
Well, but they weren't. Everybody predicted that Spain would make it to the final. They were knocked out right away.
Unpredictable.
Yeah, I think it's more unpredictable now. Well, hold on. I don't want to. I disagree with you, but I could be wrong. So, Law, give us your prediction. Who will
Prediction?
win?
Prediction?
Who will win? Yes.
Yeah. I suppose Germany will win, because I bought shirts, sports shirts of Germany.
Okay. Well, I bought a German car, so hey, there's 2 votes. So, what do the rest of you guys think? Do you think Germany will do it? Go ahead, type in the group chat. I want to see what you guys think. Who thinks Germany will win it? It's not who you hope will win. Who do you think will win? No, Luis, you're not going to win. Germany, okay. Remember, Germany is the name, the noun, the country. German is more the adjective.
Okay.
Such as German strength or German cars.
German cars. What's cars? Cars.
Oh, they make a lot of cars. They make the Lamborghini, the
German cars.
Mercedes,
cars.
BMW, Volkswagen,
Yes,
Bugatti
cars.
Veyron.
But I mean, I bought German shirts, sports shirts, of football shirts.
I bet you it's made in China, though.
Yeah? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, probably. If you want to buy German, you buy manufactured goods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Juan Carlos, the Netherlands.
Oh, yes.
Ahmed, you're just being difficult. You think Germany's going to win.
That's what I said 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Germany or Netherlands. Now it is different, because Germany has won already.
Yeah.
Have won, sorry. So there is something, the surprise will happen.
Oh, it's certainly going to be a surprise. And here's what I'm going to try to do. When is the World Cup final match? What day is that?
Sunday. Next Sunday.
Sunday, yeah, Sunday.
Oh, you know what I may have to do? I might have to have a class on Sunday. Okay. So,
Before or after the match?
well, if I do it during, no one's going to watch. So what we could do, I don't know, would you guys be, if I could get the time slot when the World Cup is on, would you guys want to have a class while it's on and talk about it, or would you rather have it before or after?
Maybe before
Okay, so
the game.
what I'm going to do, because honestly, guys, most of the slots are full, but classes sometimes free up just before on the day of. So here's my link, and if you go to this page here, you can see all my classes that are coming up. Check in regularly and look for the class. I'm going to try to have a class on Sunday. If not, my Saturday class, which I haven't booked yet, I'll make it about the World Cup.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right, guys. Thanks very much for coming. I hope to see you again tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.